Welcome back, PreCalculus. Here's Final Exam A, Video 2. We are on number 11. It says the vertex of the parabola, the vertex of the parabola, I should say like of f of x, is what? In order to find the vertex, we need to put this guy in vertex form, which means we need to complete the square. So first I'm going to separate out 2x squared minus 4x and kick plus 7 to the curve. And then I'm going to factor out what's in front of this guy, which is a 2. So I'm going to read the 2 out. I've got x squared. 2 times negative 2 would give me negative 4. And now it's set up to where I can complete the square. To complete the square, I take my middle term, divide by 2, and square it. So negative 2 divided by 2 would be negative 1. Squared would be 1. But if I add 1 inside there, I'm going to subtract it out here. But be careful. We've got this 2 out here. So this is really 1 times 2 that you added. So we added 2 here. We're going to subtract 2 out here. So f of x is equal to 2. And then we're going to write this in perfect square form. This would be x minus 1 minus 1. And then 7 minus 2 would be plus 5. So my vertex then is going to be the opposite of the x. Same for the y. So 1, 5. Right there. All right, number 12. Find the horizontal asymptotes and vertical asymptotes of this guy here. So, first thing I want to do is factor out the numerator. And see if there's anything I can cancel out. Notice this guy here cancels out. And this would leave us with x minus 2 over x. So hopefully you remember from our unit in the second semester, normally we would say there was a vertical asymptote at x equals 0 and at x equals negative 2 because that would give us 0 in the denominator, but there's not one. If you can cancel it out here, this isn't a vertical asymptote, this was a hole. So my only my only vertical asymptote is at 0. So it's not going to be A or B or E. And then to find our our horizontal asymptote, notice the degree of this guy is 2, the degree of this guy is 1. So my horizontal asymptote is going to be, degree of the numerator is 2, degree of the denominator is 2 because x times x is x squared. Since they're both the same degree, the horizontal asymptote is the coefficient of the numerator divided by the coefficient of the denominator. In this case, it's 1 divided by 1, which is 1. So C would be our answer. All right, to find the oblique asymptote of this guy, we are going to use synthetic division. I'm going to take the opposite of this guy, which would be 1. And I'm going to divide it in this guy. The numerator coefficients would be 1. Be careful, there's not an x term, so I'm going to put a 0 to be a placeholder, and then the other 1. Dropping down the 1, 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, but we really don't care about it. This is what we care about. Our asymptote is going to be at y equals x plus 1. 1x plus 1. So that would be D. I'm going through these guys pretty fast because I've taught this to you before. This is hopefully jogging your memory. But if I get to a problem that you don't really understand, make sure you go back to that unit. I'm going to open up all of your modules up again so you can go back and watch a video. If you get stuck on a problem and you don't understand my explanation here, make sure you go back to whatever unit that was in and go check it out. Make sure you understand it there. Watch some videos again. All right, number 14, we want to find g of f of x. So that's saying g of f of x. I'm going to plug the f of x function into my g of x function. So this is g of f of x is 1 over x. So now I'm plugging 1 over x into this guy for x. So this is 1 minus 1 over, not x, but 1 over x. Right? And if I've got 1 divided by 1 over x, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal, which would be x over 1. So this guy is going to end up being x here. So this is just 1 minus x. And our answer is B. All right. Moving forward, what are all the possible rational roots of f of x? Remember we talked about this in a problem just up ahead a little bit. It's all of the factors of your last term divided by all the factors of your first term. So plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, divided by my factors of the first term. So 1, 2, 3, or 6. Those are the numbers that would multiply to get to 6. So I've got plus or minus 1, plus or minus 2, these guys over 1. And then I've got plus or minus 1 over 2, which would be 1/2. And plus or minus 2 over 2, but that's 1, and we've already got it. And then I've got plus or minus 1 over 3, and plus or minus 2 over 3, and then plus or minus 1 over 6, oops, and then plus or minus 2 over 6, but that reduces down to 1/3, which we already have. All right, so looking at this straight off the bat, I know these aren't right. So I need 1, 2, 1/2, they both have that. I don't have 3/2, I want 1/3, 2/3, 1/6. So the answer would be D here. But to find that again, it's the factors of your last term divided by the factors of your first term, and then divide these guys out. 1 divided by 1, 1 divided by 2 divided by 1. 1 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2, 1 divided by 3, 2 divided by 3, so on and so forth. All right, for number 16, my child's in here wanting to ask me a question. So I'm going to come back, part 3. We will start off with number 16.